Hey, thank you for watching Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness with Laura. Today, let's do some yoga. And we're going to start standing, so let's go ahead and find our mountain pose. Feet hip distant, shoulders relaxed back and down. And let's go ahead and close our eyes and just begin with some deep breaths into our belly. Just noticing how we're feeling today. Remembering to listen to our body when we begin to move. And let's go ahead and find our three-part breath. Inhaling belly, ribs and heart. Exhaling heart, ribs and belly. And let's begin today with a few pelvic tilts, slight bend in the knees, just tilting the hips forward and back. And on an inhale, let's sweep up tall, exhale, forward fold. And we're going to inhale up, exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale up, exhale, forward fold. And turning sideways on our mat, let's go ahead and step out wide, finding our squat. And we're going to inhale, reaching up, exhale, sit the hips back. So moving with our own breath, letting that movement follow our breath. And let's inhale up, exhale into our squat, lifting our legs. Let's turn the soles or the toes of one foot out. Palms down, warrior two. And we're actually going to flow right here. Inhaling up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhaling, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. So any variation on the arms that we're feeling today. Going as deep as we want to go. Take it to reverse warrior and hold. Coming back to warrior two. Let's take it to a high triangle. Just reaching forward. And coming back up, let's turn those toes forward, other toes out. Warrior two on the other side. Finding that reverse warrior for our flow. Inhale here. Exhale, side angle. Find our reverse warrior. Warrior two, butt down high triangle. Shifting our hips back, reaching forward. Now let's come back up, turning our toes forward. Let's reach our hands back, clasp, and really draw the shoulder blades together. Coming halfway forward, checking that our shoulder blades are still touching, and then maybe taking this further. Back up. Let's take it to warrior two on that first side. So thinking about grounding through both feet, drawing our energy in and up, drawing the feet in toward each other. And let's go ahead and find our triangle. Shifting the hips one way, reaching out to the other, reach. And then just let the hand come down. Our spine should relatively be parallel to the floor, because this is a twisting kind of movement. Making sure that we're breathing. Now let's bring this back up, warrior two. And we're actually going to stay high through the spine and twist. Unwind from here taking it back to triangle, shift, reach. And we'll take it to a twisting triangle. One hand to the leg, other arm behind. When we unwind, let's come back to triangle. And bringing it up, turning forward. Let's take it to the other side. And here again, finding our triangle. Finding that position for our spine. Checking that we're breathing. Now let's bring this back up. Warrior two, long spine, twisting here. Unwind, straighten the leg, shift the hips, triangle, and then we'll twist our triangle. Unwinding from here, let's come back up. Turn it forward, reaching back again, really shrugging the shoulder blades together this time, coming forward as long as our shoulder blades continue to touch. Shaking out our head. Let's bring it up from here, walking in. And we're going to shift our weight over to one side, lifting our knee. So just going to try to balance right here. Taking the knee out, bringing it back to the front. Remember, lifting through the crown of our head. Let's try taking it across. Back to the front. Let's try that other side. So really lifting up from our core, through the crown of our head. Let's try opening up. Back to the front and twisted. Let's come back to here. And we're going to take this to the back edge of our mat, finding our mountain. Inhaling up, and let's exhale, forward fold. We're going to walk our hands forward for plank, and then lower knees, hips, chest, shrug the shoulder blades to the hips. Inhale forward and up, and let's exhale to child's pose for a moment. Inhaling forward for our plank. Let's exhale, knees, hips and chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, child's pose or downward facing dog. And one more time, let's bring it forward to plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. And let's exhale back, child's pose or downward dog. We're going to bring ourselves forward and have a seat. So start in our staff pose, hinging forward here. Sitting up, let's take our legs wide and we'll bring one foot in. So making sure we're up on those sit bones. Let's take this hand out toward our foot, other hand we're going to reach straight up and then slide ourselves sideways over the leg. So just think about inhale, lifting up, exhale, sliding over. At some point you'll get to where you can't go any further, but still go through that motion of inhaling up, exhaling. over, just to enhance the pose. Keep that stretch to the side body going. Now let's sit up from here. We'll take the other arm up. Again, lengthen the spine, and let's twist. Here, let's bring both feet together. Take a forward fold down the center. And then sitting up, let's take the other leg out. It's the same thing as before. Let's begin by inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming over. Inhaling up. Exhaling over. And just continue to go through that breathing pattern, even once we get to where we can't go any further. Feeling that opening to the side of our body. Let's bring ourselves back up, reaching the other arm up. Nice long spine, twisting to the other side. Here, and we'll make our way down onto our backs. And let's rotate our ankles and wrists. And then we're going to cross one leg over the other, reaching straight out for our thighs, hugging our legs in. Keeping this knee in closer than the foot. Making sure that we can breathe. Let's take both feet up, opening into a V. Moving as we need. And we'll bring our feet together. Let's cross the other leg over. Again, reach straight out. Keep this knee in closer than the foot. And hug it. Release from here, shake it out. And we'll come into our bridge pose, fingertips and heels touching. Let's inhale, lifting ourselves up, finding our three-part breath. Inhaling belly, ribs and heart. Exhaling heart, ribs and belly. Let's lower down from here. We're going to separate our feet till we feel the edges of our mat. Open our arms wide, and we're going to drop our knees over to one side. So if this staggered twist doesn't feel good to the hips, and it can be a strain on that top hip and knee, we can always just stack the knees in a normal twist. Let's go ahead and bring this up and then over to the other side. Same thing. Keep in mind that this hip may feel different than the other one, so we can always stack the knees on this side even if we didn't on the other. legs back up. Let's take a nice long stretch. And then we'll begin to find our final relaxation. So remember, we can keep the legs long, we can keep the knees bent, we can use props anywhere that we need. So just find that final resting pose. Closing our eyes. And let's just do some deep belly breathing today. Allowing our body to relax with each exhale. Feel free to pause the video if you want to stay here a little longer. Otherwise, we're going to start wiggling our fingers and toes, moving our arms and legs. And today, let's see if we can rock ourselves forward and maybe come up. Now let's take one leg in front of the other in our easy seat. And whichever leg is in front, we're going to turn to the opposite side. So here's the leg that's in front. We're going to spin around, take our hands down, roll up onto our feet, and see if we can stand up here. All right, so back to where we started. Let's take a nice big breath. Inhale. Exhaling, hands to our hearts. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Namaste.